settled. So go ahead, find a place to put your mats down. And then let's all come up and stand at the top of the mat. Bring your feet together. I love that first moment. What? There's something wrong? Oh, yeah. We had a little issue with mic pairing and other kinds of technology things this morning, so the stream isn't live yet. I'm going to just wait a minute before I actually start to move us as a group so that everyone at home, yeah, we're good? Okay, perfect. So a tiny stall, not the end of the world. Feet are together at the top of the mat. We are part of a global yoga community. This practice is bigger than what's happening in this park right here. At one point, we were in probably over 40 countries and definitely over almost 40 states that we were streaming and people were practicing. So all of us together create this beautiful web that really spreads worldwide. And so when this practice is complete this morning, the recording goes on my YouTube channel, and then people continue to watch and tune in. And so this practice is shared by many. So that stream is really important. That was my goal, was to create global yoga community so that all the people that have crossed my path here and touched my heart in South Florida, as they go back out into the world, they live all over the world, that I can somehow maintain that connection. And it's been so beautiful. Speaking to all of you that are out there right now, saying good morning or whatever time it is for you. And I hope you feel a part of what we do. Let's lift our hearts a little bit. Let's lift our heads a little higher. And then start that breath. Let the breath fill you and empty you, as if that breath was processing your energy, moving it, calling in what we need, releasing what doesn't serve us. The breath works symbolically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. On your next inhale, let your arms rise up over your head. And then exhale, bring the arms back down. What happened? Oh, there we go. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms reach. And then exhale, bring the arms back down. Last time like this, inhaling nice and slow, fill your lungs. And then exhale, bring it back down by your sides. This time we're moving on. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Just fold right over. Let your head bow humbly. Lift halfway, looking forward. Lengthen your spine. And then exhale and fold. Let's rise back up to standing. Head up, chest up. Start reaching the arms back up to the sky. And then bring it right to your heart. So beautiful. Adding on. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on that inhale. Let's go to plank pose. Both feet step back. Hold that up or push up for a moment. Keep the gaze toward the front edge of the mat. Keep the knees lifted and the belly firm. Let's take one breath here. Squeeze the hands a little bit toward each other so the arms and chest feel activated. And then simply lift your hips and move your body back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You might notice that your lower back or your hamstrings feel tight, so go ahead and paddle your feet, lifting one heel at a time, but actually bending the toes, the ankles, the knees, and letting the hips move. So the knee that's bending, that means that hip dips a little bit. So when you walk, your hips move. We want to actually loosen up the SI joint. We want to let the lower back loosen up a little bit. And then we'll push both legs back and straight again. And press a little bit through the heels. Now, come forward into plank one more time. Go ahead and put your knees down gently. And then bend your elbows and your chest forward and down. As you lay onto the belly, we come into Cobra pose. All the way down onto the belly. Cobra is a little back bend. It's warming up the muscles on the back body. Squeeze the elbows in a little bit, widen the collarbones. Good, now release, tuck your toes, and move back to downward facing dog. So know that is one option, to put down the knees and then lower to the belly. You can also come forward into plank. Let's do it again together. And you can really push through your hands so you come down nice and slow and lower all the way down flat. Okay. Inhale for Cobra again. Yep. And then exhale, down dog. Everybody looks like they're moving beautifully. We have one more option. Coming forward into plank pose. Take a deep breath in. You can lower down and hover so you don't actually lay onto the belly. That's going to work for some of you, but not all of you. So if you can't hover, then lay it onto the belly. If you're hovering, come into upward facing dog. Just pull yourself forward and through. You're on your hands and feet, but not on your legs. The legs would be lifted off the floor, or you'd be in Cobra. So they're two different poses. And then let's release back to a dead spot over there. And we go back to downward facing dog. All right. So now I'm going to ask you to think that through, to really remember how all of that felt. The one that felt the most efficient, the one that felt the most on purpose, and with the most integrity, that's the one I want you to do now. Come forward to plank, inhale. Lower down on your exhale. Inhale into the back bend of your choice. And then exhale, take it back to down dog. There you go. So as we move through the vinyasa, when I say flow it out or let's take a vinyasa, you have choices. And I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Let's take one more breath here. And then just look forward and walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Feet are together. Inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, fold, please. With a flat back, rise all the way up. Lift your head and chest. Let's reach the arms high, touch the palms, and then pull it right into the heart center. So beautiful. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Just sync up the breath and the movement. Don't rush. Lift halfway. Inhale. Now soften your knees, touch down with your fingertips, and step the right leg back, please. Keep your toes on the mat, but keep that back heel lifted. We're going to twist to the left side. Right hand roots down as the left arm opens up. First time we're rotating through the spine, it's an important twist, the first one. You're going to notice some things. You might notice where some tension is living in your body. Now, if we integrate our legs and our pelvis, we won't feel so heavy on that right hand. So imagine you could pull your legs into the hip sockets, lift the right knee, and lift the pelvic floor a little bit. Now see if you can twist a little deeper. All right. Eyes go down, hand goes down. Let's step back to plank and lower. Move yourself through that vinyasa. Lower nice and slow. Knees, belly, or hover. Inhale for Cobra or upward facing dog. And then right back into downward facing dog. So good. Just one breath here. Let out a little sound on the exhale. Just a little sigh, a little ah. And then all you got to do is look forward and walk your feet right up to the top of the mat. Just moving and breathing. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway, and then exhale, fold. With a flat back, we rise all the way to standing, taking the arms up high to the sky, touch the palms together, and pull it right to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach again. Starting to get some heat. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen. Soften those knees so you can touch down, and then the left leg steps back. We're going to keep it simple. That's it. You stay on the left toes, root that hand down, the left hand down, and we twist open to the right side this time. Just again, feeling your way through your body. Yoga is not about listening to the cues and executing them in your body. It's actually about integrating the movements and trying to sync them with your breath so that you're in the present moment. If you're heavy on that left wrist, it means you need to get a little more lift out of your core, a little more support from your back leg. That's it. Eyes go down, hand comes down. Step back to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. I really like the way you're moving today. Everybody looks like they are focused and present, and that is where your yoga lives. Don't mistake yoga for the poses. They are one of the many tools that we use to be in this state of presence. There is something incredible about feeling in union, mind, body, and spirit, syncing up with ourselves, and feeling whole. Let's take one more breath. And then when you're ready, just look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. As you inhale, lift halfway. As you exhale, fold deeply. On the inhale, rise with a flat back. Start reaching the arms up, belly in, reach high. Touch the palms and then pull it right in to the heart center. Good. Inhale, arms reach again. Exhale, forward fold. I think you're getting it. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Let's step to plank pose. Both feet go back and lower. Inhaling through the back bend. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to come into our first high lunge. That means right foot's going to step up to the hands. You're going to stay on your left toes. Facing forward. Yeah, rise up. Arms come up over the head. This one can be a little wonky, you know, like you can definitely start to feel like, oh man, balance is a challenge for me. And so we're going to try to create some stability. We want to feel our feet trying to stretch the mat apart a little bit, like really dig down into the mat with your feet. And then as your feet kind of feel like they're pushing out, then draw your legs into the hip sockets. So there's this dance of push and pull. It's actually going on everywhere in your body. So we pull the arms up really, really high, but then the shoulder blades draw down, and those two actions meet. So there's a whole game going on, and that requires your attention. When we do the poses in a way that create that integration, they become steady and effortless. And that is what we're going for. This is not a performance art, so don't... There is no way that we have to look perfect here. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, let's flow. Hands down. Step back lightly, lower, nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's try that high lunge on the other side. Left foot steps up, stay on your right toes. We're gonna come up into that high crescent lunge, but find the integration in the base. Feel like your feet are trying to stretch the mat a little bit, but at the same time, draw the legs in. As you reach up with everything that you are, you lift up from the belly, you lift up from the rib cage, you lift up from the arms. Can you also sink in a little lower into your legs and hips? So all of the dualities meet and create union. That is how we make this yoga. Arms reaching high, shoulder blades rooting low. Let all of those actions meet each other until you become steady and effortless. The pose doesn't have to be bigger or deeper or more dramatic. It needs to be integrated and whole. Take one last breath, and then let's flow. Exhale the hands down, step back and lower. Empty your lungs. Take that big, beautiful breath on the back bend, and then go right back to down dog. If you need a break at any time, remember it is August in South Florida. It's in the mid-80s and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, and it's humid. So if you need to take a break, make sure you're hydrating. We'll be having a very different discussion in December, January, right? We'll be wearing long sleeves, and as we move, we'll start taking off layers. It'll be a very different practice. So be present with what's happening. Honor yourself in all situations. Go ahead and step the right foot forward, stay on your left toes. Rise up, inhale, heart lifts. Now I want you to really lift the back heel so that the toes bend, and then start bending that back knee. So the left knee is gonna bend. You're gonna hover kind of low to the ground. Get that back heel up as much as you can. Get the back knee down low, let it hover over the mat, and then pull in, squeeze a little bit on your hips. Now the arms are gonna open like a T. Nicely done. We're gonna twist to the right. So left arm comes forward, right arm reaches back. Try to keep the chest broad and the collarbones wide, which means the shoulder blades are kind of drawing down the back to help you open up the front body. Good. I really like what I see here. How are those legs doing? They starting to burn a little bit? Maybe just a little bit? Okay, bring that right arm forward, fold halfway, start reaching forward, lower your chest. As the chest comes down, straighten the back leg. Yeah, fierce here. Lots of muscle action to maintain this. And then here comes some core work, nice and slow. Rise back up. You've got it. Take an inhale, and then exhale, take your flow. Hands down, step back and lower on the same exhalation. Inhaling through the back bend, and then just gracefully find your way into down dog. It should feel almost like you're coming home. Down dog is familiar now. If you need to paddle your feet, you do it. Pull the lower belly in, try to extend those legs back. I'd rather you have straight legs and heels lifted than soft knees and heels down. Yeah. All right. Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. It's high crescent lunge, just like you know, creating that integration. That's it. And then as you're reaching up, that back knee is gonna start bending. You're gonna bring yourself down a little bit lower. Go ahead and pull the knee forward even. Yeah, so the heel is lifting, that's it. And you feel like you could really pull the legs into the hips, and you can feel those medial glutes, the outer hips kind of hug and hold you in place. The arms are gonna open wide like a T, and then we twist to the other side, going left this time. Keep reaching left arm back. That left arm back and the chest broad really helps you feel like the pose is balanced. We tend to have a little bit too much energy sometimes in the front of the pose, the front leg and the front arm. You okay, Jerome? Okay, just making sure. That's it. Now, left arm forward. Start to take your over your knee. Straighten the back leg. So that leg is reaching back, the arms and chest are reaching forward. You can feel the double actions, and you can feel when they get integrated and they support each other. Now, if the base feels really good and solid, you should be able to rise up. Inhale, lift away from your leg, reach high, and then as you exhale, let's flow. Hands down, step back lightly, lower nice and slow. Inhaling for cobra pose. It's a little back bend, hips on the ground. Exhale, down dog. No matter what, you'd be nice to your spine. Do not ever sacrifice your form when it comes to your spine. They're the most important grouping of joints in your body. Every single message that has to go to every organ and every cell has to go through that spinal cord. Take one more breath. Now, when you're ready, let's just look forward and walk our feet together, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. With a flat back, we rise all the way to standing. Lift the head and chest. Start to come on up. Bring your hands to your heart. Now, actually switch your hands to your hips and soften your knees just a little bit. We're going to take the right leg and step back. So we're just going to soften the knees, take the right leg and step back. It's not a huge step, so this is not a lunge, which is why I didn't have you do this from your down dog. Hands on the hips, straighten your legs. Like, no doubt, even look at them and make sure, because sometimes the hamstrings are tight and it feels like they're straight, but they still have like a little bend in them. So I want you to actually feel the muscles on the front of your thighs lifting. You can feel the kneecap come still. And then right there from your hips, we're going to hinge and fold forward. Just come to a flat back. Woo-wee! Say hello to your left hamstrings, right? So if you're getting a surge of sensation there, know that that was on purpose. Now, even more, I want you to press that left big toe down. Yep, and as your big toe pushes down, lift the front of the knee even more. So make that front leg even straighter. Now, just because we can, we're going to use a flat back and rise back up. Nice and slow. Push down to rise up. Hands are on the hips. Good. Take a little back bend. Lift your heart. And then fold again halfway. This time, check in with your hips. Is one hip forward and one back? Can you square them? And that might mean that the left hip pulls back a little and the right hip pulls forward a little bit. Good. Now all of that, integration, outer hip squeeze. Let's take the right arm and reach forward, bicep to the ear. You know what it feels like. Do you have to pull back if you're going to reach forward? Find the balance. Oh, I like it. Make the spine a little longer. Reach from your chest. Good. Put your hand back on your hip and rise back. Nicely done. Take a tiny back bend. Just stretch a little bit open in the front. And then fold halfway again. Right there. Square the hips. Come into all of those integrative movements. Big toes pressing down, quadriceps lifting. Now, right arm reaching forward again. You can feel all of it. It feels familiar. Now, right hand is going to find a home on the left shin, ankle, foot, or floor. Let's twist open to the left. Twisting triangle pose. It's one of my faves. It may not be one of yours. I like it because of its complexity. This is one of those poses where honestly less is more. You have to come back to the basics. Root your feet, stabilize your legs. If reaching for the floor has put your head over to the left side of the pose, I want you to think about keeping your head in line with your tailbone. So think about that. If you're looking past your left leg, that means your head is probably off-centered. Pull the head back. Pull the head back more, open the chest more, there you go. And then eyes down, hands down. Let's soften the front knee. Bend the left knee and step the right foot forward. Keep your knees soft, and then like a rag doll, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and roll up slowly. Yeah, I think I pissed you guys off a little bit there. But we're gonna come in and do it again. You know, you gotta have a sense of humor. You knew you were coming out to be challenged. As soon as it gets hard, you get mad. That doesn't make sense, right? Hands to your hips, soften your knees, step the left foot back. You know, we're easing our way in. Fold halfway, see what it feels like. How's the right leg doing? Can we just start by grounding the feet and getting the legs stable? Just feeling what that hamstring stretch feels like. And then nice and easy on the inhale, we rise back up. And every time we come in and we come out, we're actually making that muscle a little bit more agreeable. This time we fold halfway and we work on squaring the hips. So we ground the feet and the legs, then we become a little bit more aligned in the hips. We create more stability in the outer hips. And then go ahead and reach left arm forward. Feel what it feels like to pull forward and push back. Now we don't only ground the big toes, let's ground the heels. Every part of your body is in every pose. That's it. Put the hand back on your hip, rise up slowly. Lift your head, lift your chest. Take a tiny back bend, really open up. And then when you're ready, we come in for the third and the final time. Fold halfway. Yep, get the stability. Start to reach forward. Find the balance, forward to back. And then be really aware. Look where your head is now. Over, what is it hovering over? It should be to the inside of the right foot. When you go to twist, don't let that change. Left hand is going to find a home on the shin, ankle, foot, or floor. And then we twist open to the right side. It's left hand down and right arm up. That's it, and the head is drawing back. The chest is really widening open. You guys look so much better on this side. It's amazing how the body learns. The intelligence is there. We don't have to be perfect the first go around. We have to be open. Eyes come down, hands come down. Soften that right knee and then step your feet together. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold on the exhale. Let's bend the knees, tuck the tailbone and the chin, and start to roll up. Take your time. Belly button into the spine. Lift the shoulders right up to the ears. Feel the armpits hollow out, and then put the shoulder blades on your back and relax for a moment. How are you feeling? Are you okay? All right, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Go to plank and lower on the exhalation. Yes, it's one more vinyasa. We use them to wipe the slate clean, to reintegrate with our breath, to time the movements, and to be more present. Find your way to downward facing dog. Make it feel a little more like home. Okay. Right foot steps up. Stay on your left toes as you rise into high crescent lunge. Let's bring the hands into heart center. Just pull them right down into the center line and press into them gently. You're going to lean your body weight forward and then start lifting your left leg behind you, balancing on the right leg. Now the head and chest are reaching forward. That means your knee and your heel are reaching back, right? You got to do the same thing. You got to find the balance, forward and back. Good, I like what I see here. Go ahead and release your fingertips to the floor. Again, finding your balance, making sure you feel grounded. The hands can be slightly forward. And then we're going to root the left hand down and try twisting open to the right side. Keep it long. Push back through that back heel. Yes. Open your chest a little more to the side. There it is. Take one more breath. And then nice and simple, eyes down, hands down. You can't hear me, but I did say feet down. There is one dead spot. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Let's take chair pose here. Bend your knees. Do it soft and gentle. Don't make it fierce. Push through your feet. Come all the way to standing. Take a little back bend at the top. And then draw your hands right to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the in-breath. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhale. Try to get some integrity in these movements so that we're building strength, that we're not flopping our way through it and bypassing our muscles. Yes, downward facing dog. Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. It starts with high crescent lunge. Hands come to heart center and we create that integration here, pressing gently into the palms. And then a little body weight leans forward, but the back leg rises. We start to pull back through the right heel as we lift and pull forward through the head and chest. That's it. Keep it simple. Your balance looks really good today. Let's take our fingertips down to the floor. Slightly forward, not too close to your foot. That's it. Now the right hand is going to root down and the left arm opens up. Now in all of our twisting, it's been really important to stay long. So don't forget that feeling of lengthening and lifting and extending through the back leg. Amazing. Take one more breath. And then eyes down, hands down, feet down together. Lift and lengthen on your in-breath. And then fold deeply, exhale. Let's rise up to standing with a flat back. Pull in that belly, reach the arms. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Good. We're going to come into chair pose again. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Think about how you are in your feet. Have the equal amount of weight in your heels and your toes. We sit down as much as we reach up. Straighten those elbows if you can. And as those arms reach, the shoulder blades draw down. They meet each other gently. So good here. Push through your feet, come on up. Take a little back bend at the top, only if it feels good. It's a lift of the chest. And then the hands come back to the heart. One more time, chair pose. This time we're going to bring the hands to heart and take a twist to the right side. Look for the integration of the movements, not the outer form. Your real work here is in the inner form. Do you have equal weight in both feet? Can the left elbow meet the right knee, and can they push into each other equally to help you broaden your chest? Take one more breath here, and then simply forward fold, let it go. Let the heat just dissipate out of your body. Let your head down. Are you breathing? The breath is your energy, it's your fuel. Make sure you're pumping beautiful loads of oxygen through the body so that you can sustain your work. Then we take chair pose again, bend the knees, reach the arms, find it. There is a place that's steady and effortless here. It doesn't mean it has to be the biggest, fiercest place. It has to be the most mindful place. Hands to heart, we'll take our twist to the other side. We're going left this time, which means right elbow outside the knee. Try to keep the hips square, and you'll know if one knee is popping out in front of the other. So you kind of maybe pull the right knee back slightly. Try to keep it simple. Take one more breath, and then just let it go, forward fold. So good. Know that every time we do our forward folding and our twisting, that there's an element of detoxification. So pair that with the heat and the sweat. That just almost wiped the slate clean for what you did last night. Or maybe it opens up a space for you to do something tonight. I don't know, like a piece of cake or something. I don't know. A glass of wine. I don't know what your indulgences are. Maybe it made you realize that you've been doing a little too much of that, and maybe tonight you don't partake at all. I don't know, but let the yoga teach you. Let's soften our knees, tuck the tailbone and the chin, and roll up slowly. All right. As you stand here tall at the top of the mat, let's balance on the right leg and lift the left knee. You got it. You can feel action in both legs. One pushes down, one pulls up. And if you work them equally, you'll be steady and effortless. Inhale, let both arms reach. Look at that love in the front row. Go ahead, open your arms out like a T. Let's take the right hand and touch the outer left knee, and then see if you can twist open to the left. You gotta remember, all of the pieces working together. Eyes come forward, left hand comes forward. Let's just put the hands on the hips and lower that leg down and move into the other side. Yeah, just find that push-pull. Don't overwork it. You don't have to have the highest knee in the park, right? You have to have the one that creates steadiness in you. Both arms are going to start to rise. And the arms are going to open out like a T. Left hand goes to the outer right knee, and the right arm opens. As you turn your chest open to the right, we try to twist. Stay steady. Keep breathing. And then it's eyes forward, hands forward. Release that leg nice and easy. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Let's stay in that forward fold for just a moment. As you fold your head down, release your arms, maybe grab your ankles. I'd like you to bend your right knee a little bit so the left leg gets a little more stretch. That means lean the weight into the straight leg. Don't lean into the bent leg. And then switch to the other side. Have that experience on the other side. Natalia, you're getting some good assists over there. All right. Soften both knees. Roll it up like a rag doll one more time. Really ground into the feet and pull in your core. Stack your spine. We're going to do what we did just before. Stand in the right leg and lift the left knee. Inhale, both arms reach. Now this time, when we open the arms like a T and twist, we're going to experiment with straightening the left leg. So instead of, you could grab the outer knee, but you also could reach down and grab for the outer edge of the foot. And then feel how the foot pushes into the hand and the hand pulls back on the foot, giving you just a little bit more of that integration. Try to open the chest wide to the left side. And then eyes come down, hands forward. Release that leg down. Pretty good. Try the other side. Yeah, right? You're getting a little bit of claps there. That was a good effort. Let's try the other side. All of the work that we've done earlier has helped you to build your ability to do this pose, right? Standing on the left leg, lift the right knee. Take both arms up over your head. Feel where you're at. You're going to open the arms like a T and either grab the outer knee or extend. Play with extending the right leg forward. You can still hold the outer knee if you can't reach the foot, or you can grab the edge of your foot and you can create that feeling of integration. Yes, push the knee into the hand as much as you pull back on your hand. Don't grip for dear life. Find the integration moment. And then come out with some grace. Release both feet on the ground and smile. Make sure you're still standing at the top of the mat. Bring your feet together. I think there's a cool breeze happening. Don't miss it, being in some weird story in your head about how that wasn't good enough, right? Be present. Come back to your breath. Feel that cool breeze on your skin. Remember, it's good to be alive. Each breath is a blessing. Having an open public space to do this practice is a gift. Right? Priorities. How we perform in one pose has zero relevance on who we are as a person. It's an opportunity to build your character. Take a deep breath, reach your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale, come back to what's familiar. We're gonna step back and lower on the exhale. No flippy floppies this time, either knees down or lower with integrity. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, I love what I see now. Let's take one more breath here. Let out a little sound on this exhale. That's it. And then step the right foot forward and please put the left knee down. So give yourself some space here. I'd like you to be a little generous with your stance. That means a little bit wide and a little bit long. And then keep both hands on the inside. Yeah, just keep your head down for a moment. See if you can get still enough to feel that breeze. Both hands are down and on the inside. Let go a little bit. We've been working on integration the whole time, pulling everything in and up and balanced. For a moment, could you let go? Could you feel what happens in the stretch when we stop trying to control everything? When we let go of the need to be balanced, we can actually let ourselves move into a space that we would not have touched. Be patient. Be sensitive with the sensations. We're going to take one more breath here. That's it. Nice and simple. And then inhale, look up and lengthen. Tuck your left toes. Step back to plank. And lower down nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's come into our low lunge on the other side. Left foot stepping forward, right knee going down this time. And can we let this pose be enough? Does it need to have all kinds of contortions and complexities? I think not. I think if you could actually watch yourself move away from the integration work, bow your head humbly, and you can soften a little in the groins, especially in the inner thighs. We hold so much fear in this region of the body, and God knows the last 1.5 to 2 years there's been plenty of fear floating around in the air. We've been breathing it. There's been uncertainty. Yoga helps us to let that go from our bodies so we don't have to carry it. And the magical part is that you don't even have to know that it's happening. It's that combination of breath and movement and presence that actually makes that happen. So in this moment, can you just trust the process? Could you feel your body going through the process? And can you stop trying to control it? Stop chasing the sensations. Instead, be in the stillness. There is a whole world of experiences to have when we don't move. One more breath. Let out a sigh with the exhale. Clear out a little bit of that sound, that emotion, that feeling. And then inhale, look up, lengthen. Tuck your right toes, step back to plank. Organize your body. Yep, just feel that. And then lower down with integrity, either knees down or down onto the belly. Take the back bend that feels really good in your body. And then exhale into down dog. And we're going to bring it to a seated position. Each of you gets to choose the way you want to sit. This moment is going to be inspired by the stillness. So sit comfortably. Meditation is not just a buzzword, and it's not just something that's getting popular. It's something that's been around since the beginning of humanity. For as long as humans have lived, we have been curious about the workings of the mind. The only way we get to really learn about what's going on inside of us is to actually sit in it. So be part of the bold and the courageous and the curious, and just sit with yourself for a few moments. Sometimes I'm appalled at what goes on in my mind. Sometimes I have the most incredible insights. And sometimes I actually get to meet peace and quiet. It's different every day. So right now, can you meet yourself exactly where you are, without any judgment? Just bear witness. Nothing that you think is wrong or bad. But sometimes it's an old story that isn't even true. And maybe by noticing that you continue to say those things over and over, you might realize that it's time for a new story. This is what yoga is about. If we keep coming back to the breath, it pulls us away from our thoughts. It's our most profound tool to find that inner peace. It's a challenge to have discipline. It's a challenge to focus on one point. That is what I'm asking of you right now. Follow your breath. In your nose, out of your nose. See if the breathing pulls you away from your thinking. And every time one of those seductive thoughts pulls your attention, come back to the breath. The work takes diligence. But each one of you comes out here week after week. I know you have the discipline. I know you have the desire. So a little bit of work adds up every single time that you get on the mat. We call it yoga practice. We practice and we practice and we practice. We don't even know what we're training for. But I can promise you one day your life is going to hand you something that's going to require you to be like this. And it's going to be unexpected. And my hope is that you're able to handle it with more grace than you ever thought possible. So keep coming back to this work. Do it when you're not here with me. Grab a few minutes anytime, anywhere that you can, and work on this discipline. Let's take one more breath. Open your mouth and sigh it out just a little. Then go ahead and open your eyes. Let's unfold our legs and put our feet flat on the floor in front of us. So the knees are bent, the feet are flat. And then take your right leg and just kind of fold it in so the heel comes a little closer to you. Let that right knee down. Pull the heel in and let the knee down. Yep. And then straighten the left leg out in front of you in the air. Like lift it up and straighten it out in front of you and grab a hold of it. There you go. Now, can you sit up to it? It's not so easy. And you don't have to grab your foot. You can grab your ankle, right? So then your upper back isn't so round, but the chest can lift a little higher. We want to not sit in the lower back. We want to sit just behind the sit bones, but not quite in the tailbone. Yep, sit up a little taller. Now, hold on with just the right hand. Take it around to the outside of the left foot and give yourself a really beautiful twist out to the left. You have to, yep. There you go. Can we lengthen up through the spine? Can we keep this one small and mighty? Yep. If you're going to reach back with the left, can you extend the left leg forward? Find it. Find the balance. And then eyes forward, hands forward. Release your leg and switch sides. Left holds in, right leg extends up and out. Hold it with both hands. See if you can get yourself to sit up. Spine tall. Maybe don't grab the foot. Maybe grab the calf. So then you can straighten the leg. And you can straighten the spine. And then we reach across with the left hand. Maybe hold somewhere toward the outside. And then twist open to the right side. Bend that left knee. The other leg that's not in the air should be bent. Can you bend that one? You'll have such better balance. Put it like yeah, and then sit a little more forward to that left knee. There you go. You feel the difference? Yeah, ground the left knee so you can open the chest and reach back with the right hand. You got it. If it feels like a contortion and you can't breathe, you got to back off. Yeah. Let's release that gracefully. Come into simple cross legs and then fold forward. Both legs bent. Let your back round for a moment. Let your head down. And then we'll stay in that forward fold, but walk both hands over to the right. Draw your heart over your right knee. Let your lower back stretch out. Press your hands into the floor so your left sit bone grounds a little bit. Be gentle with this. This could be a really big, beautiful stretch for the lower back. It comes from reaching across to the right and pressing the left sit bone down, moving in both directions. And then just simply walk it around to the other side. Take it slow. Be sensitive. Don't try to overstretch. What's back there is a lot of ligaments. They don't really have a lot of elasticity. So we're not looking for the deepest stretch. We're looking for a widening and a spaciousness. Heart toward the left knee. Both hands pressing so the right sit bone's pushing back and down. Maybe one hand is on either side of that right knee. Some of you are too far to the left knee. Yeah. It's not just a twist, it's a forward bend. Let's bring it back to center. We'll forget about that and then lay down onto our backs. I think we were a little all over the place on that one, but as long as it felt good in your body, I'm okay with it. That's it. Go ahead and lay yourself down. Appreciate what it feels like to have that mat beneath you and give up a little bit of your effort. You can put the soles of your feet together, let the knees drop open, take your arms up over your head, and really start to let the systems of your body settle down. There are 12 systems in the body. Those systems take care of everything from our breathing, our circulation, our movement, our structure, our digestion, our detoxification, our integration, our hair, our nails, our skin. There's not a cell in your body that isn't at rest right now. Can you actually feel the fullness and the wholeness of you? Let's start to bring the arms down and bring the knees up. Pull the knees into the belly in a loving way. Give yourself a little squeeze and then take a spinal twist to the right. Let both legs go over to the right side. Your hips go, your legs go. The arms open up and we look out to the left. All of this work that we're doing today and every week is changing the relationships that we have with our mind, body, and our spirits. We're learning about navigating how the body moves and how the breath affects the poses. You know, when we lay here on the floor twisting our spines, there's something about what happens. As we move towards Shavasana, we level the playing field of humanity. When we all lay here trying to find peace, it doesn't matter what color our skin is, what religion we associate with, what gender we are, what age, what shape, what ability. So not only are we looking to create more union with ourselves, we're opening a space to feel that union and connection with each other. Not in a way that makes us try to be same, but a way that actually really embraces our differences. Let's take it around and over to the other side. Through this journey on the mat, I have come to a place where I accept myself so much more than I ever have. In my youth, I was filled with judgments and expectations. And as my relationship with myself integrates, I have the ability to have more open space to connect with others, where we can all meet on the same plane. Let yoga work its magic on you. Let's come back to center. Release ourselves all the way out onto our backs, legs out, arms free. We did both sides. Just let it go. All of us just laying here. so many ways, we are the same. And each of us is still unique in having our own experience that we call life. Bless you. Let's begin to breathe a little more deeply. Let the breath be the beginning of your awakening. Pull your attention in. Bring it right to your breath. And as you start to integrate mind and breathing, you'll also feel this need to integrate your body, and you'll start to move and stretch. And eventually you pull yourself together and you come and sit up. As you come to sit, lift your heart and your head. Sitting up with a little like dignity, right? A little bit of grace. And as you sort of get up from the mat today and move into your day, can you do that? As you walk to your car, can you hold yourself with a little grace? Take a little piece of your yoga with you. It would be amazing how that ripples out into the world. Try it as an experiment. Come talk to me next Saturday and tell me how it went. I love hearing from you. I do. You can find me on all of the social platforms. You can write to me. I spend a lot of time all week long interacting with people, answering beautiful messages. I don't know, it just disappears. I'm in a good spot and then I'm not. I thank you all for sharing your achievements and your joys and your great sorrows with me, for trusting me to be part of your lives. I don't take it lightly. It feels like a tremendous honor. I thank you for coming out and being here and moving with me and trusting me with your bodies. It's actually quite incredible. It's a good place to stop the music before a new track starts. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. And together we'll close the practice with the beautiful sacred sound of Om. So one deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my own life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and to that freedom. May we all know peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste, my friends. Namaste. Thank you so, so much. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful Saturday. I don't know why it's happening again. Announcement really quick. Next Saturday we will be here, right? The last weekend of August we will be here. But first weekend of September, the city has a big event going on, and they're going to have a setup in the park. So there's going to be all kinds of tents and tables. So we are not having yoga. I think it's the 2nd of September, whatever that first Saturday in September is. Just keep in your calendar. I will send information out about that and reminders. If you're not on my email list, please come forward and give me your email address so that I can let you know if we get canceled because there's like a tropical storm coming or the city needs the park. I like to be able to communicate so you don't get yourself up and out and come here and have no yoga. So I'd say 90+% of the weekends of the year we will be here, but just in case we're not, it's really nice to stay in touch. Plus, I have all other kinds of things going on. My name's Leslie Glickman. I'm from Yoga Journey. We have a beautiful community, a beautiful studio with classes every day. If you're interested in doing more yoga, come see me. Teacher trainings, all kinds of really special experiences. So come on up and sign the waiver form. And I have car magnets if anybody wants to put a Yoga Journey on their car. Yeah? What? Oh, and the chairs. Please don't walk away. If you have a minute and an extra hand, can you please come and help us put the tables and chairs back? And also, as always, if you'd like a weekend practice tomorrow morning at 8:30, you can register at yogajourney.com. I teach every Sunday at 8:30 at Farmer's Table, right by the pool outside. It's a really beautiful shaded practice because the sun isn't up high enough. The building gives us lots of shade. It's a beautiful morning practice. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you. And did you sign this on the way? Yeah, thank you. So, waiver form. You want to sign? Okay. Are you in teacher training? Yeah. Who are you training with? Oh, Naya and Twee. Yeah. Yeah, those are my. No, I do not. Yeah.
Check, check, check one. Check one, check two. Check, check, check one, check two. Check, check. Check one, check two. I knew I was having a problem with the mic before we started. Hey. Thanks, man. Yeah. All right.
We can pick up the signs. I just hit someone's car. Yeah, we'll grab it.
Check one, check two. Check, check, check one, test, test, check, check, check. Check, check, test one, check, check. Check, test, check, test, check, test. Test, test.
Come on, I'm only 10 minutes late. Excuse me. Yeah. I did. I paid for 2 hours early. Can you just... Are you the one who regularly does this? My wife and I, we host this program. It's out of our own pocket. We do it for the city. We don't get paid. We do it for the community. So if you could just take that into account, I'm here every Saturday morning. I'm here at 8 o'clock setting up.
Okay,
So
I understand, but I'm not the only one that's here, but it's meter, everybody have to. If you guys are the one that do the program, you have to go to City Hall and talk to them about it.
Maybe they can give me some kind of pass or
I
something.
don't know. That's,
I just wanted you to know.
yeah, that's fine,
and I
but
put
I'm just giving you
and I-
what you need to do for next time. Because let's say on Monday, you could go there on Monday, let them know you set up the program here on Saturday. So I'm not telling you they will do something, but once you go inside, there's something else. We don't have control over.
Give me a citation.
No. You will just expire. But I'm just saying, if you have people that come here, tell them they have to pay the meter from now.
No, we will.
Okay?
Yep,
All right.
definitely.
So
Thank
go
you.
there on Monday. On Monday, and talk to them and see what they could. If they could at least give you back.
Yep.
Check, check, check one.
No, leave them together. Thanks, guys.